Hi everyone, thank you for being here. Welcome back. If you are a returning viewer, if you're new, I'm so happy that you're tuning in today. If you've been wondering where I've been and why I haven't posted recently, I'm actually segueing from the role of ISA to real estate agent, so I'm going to be making the phone calls for myself now. If you're an agent, I'm doing it just like you are, ramping up a whole new business. So as you know, there's a lot that goes into it. This video is about people that may have made some New Year's resolutions to do some cold calling. Yay! That's excellent. But maybe you're falling short of your goals because now you're feeling kind of lazy, you're a few weeks into the new year and the newness of it is worn off. Or maybe you're still afraid to cold call because you never really conquered your fear at the beginning of the month. Well, we're going to look into what happens when you don't make your calls. And we're going to use what's called a sales funnel to do that. When I got into calling several years ago, I kept hearing about the sales funnel. Funnel. What is this funnel all about? When I think of a funnel, I think of putting oil in my car, or I think of funnel cakes at the fair. Why are people talking about a funnel? Well, I want to use this diagram today to show you how you can be very effective with your cold calling if you're doing it, and how you might be really hurting yourself if you're not committing to a disciplined cold calling schedule. Let's get into it. The sales funnel has 5 levels, and the first level is awareness. Awareness is letting everybody know that you exist because they can't hire you unless they know you exist. Let me repeat that again, it's super important. People can't hire you to list their property for sale unless they know you exist. So you have to message a lot just to kind of bring them in. This is the top of the funnel. So you're doing a lot of work here. You're calling every day. You're committed to your schedule. You're making your dials. Even when it feels like nothing is happening, you're still making your dials. For instance, today I was on the dialer for about 2 hours. I had a very low pickup rate. Maybe 3 people picked up in 2 hours. But I had one conversation that meant something. A seller that said they were thinking about relisting, maybe open to a new agent. I sent the information, and that's how it all started. But if I didn't mass call today and call hundreds of people, whatever the number was, they wouldn't know I existed. You've got to increase your awareness, and a great way to do that is cold calling and just letting people know that you're out here. Awareness is the top level. You want to go really, really wide with your efforts as we try to bring people in closer to us so that they can do business with us. Level number 2 is interest. And that's what you're rewarded when you commit to level number 1 and commit to making people aware of you by getting your dials in. I spoke to that gentleman today. He was interested in what I had to say. He said, send me some information. And I connected. So he is lowering down now in the sales funnel. The goal is to go from here to here, and this is where the good stuff happens. That's number 2. Level number 3 is evaluation, which to me is the listing appointment. You made your dials, the lead learned that you exist, you said some things that piqued their curiosity, now they're interested, and then now in level 3, they're like, okay, you can come on over and do your listing presentation. I'm going to determine if you have what it takes to sell my home in the quickest amount of time for top dollar. They are evaluating you. Level number 4 is negotiation. And I have to say, if you've gotten this far in lowering the lead through the sales funnel, you're doing really well. You probably went to the listing presentation, they like what you had to say, and they were impressed by you, but now they are comparing what you have to offer with your competition. If it's an expired or FSBO, they probably have met with other agents as well. So they're going to negotiate with you on your commission, or maybe the listing term. You have to decide what's right for your business. But if you're in this phase of the sales funnel, you're doing pretty well. The 5th level of the cold calling sales funnel, or the finish line, is the close. You got the listing agreement signed. There's the signature right there. And it all started up here at awareness. And what is awareness? Awareness is making your daily dials, committing to a schedule and getting them in. It should be something that you are so focused on because that's where the success starts, with awareness. Going wide and then bringing people down through the funnel and then hopefully getting them to sign a listing agreement. So what happens if you are tired of cold calling? You're just over it. It's boring and monotonous. You don't want to do it. Or maybe you're afraid of cold calling and you just don't want to try to tackle your fear. What happens then? Well, these are our closes down here. These are our signed listing agreements. Let's say you're going to scale back on your cold calling maybe 25%. Well, by doing that, you're going to lose about 25% of your potential listing agreements. Maybe you really are over cold calling and you just don't want to do it anymore, but you'll do a little bit, so you'll cut down on 50%. Look what you are doing to your sales funnel. You're cutting your success in half. And maybe you've decided you don't want to cold call at all. This isn't something that's good for you. And you guys know that if you don't make the dials, I'm okay with that, but you got to have somebody making them, an ISA or somebody else on your team. If you don't make any dials and there's nobody making dials, well then you can just forget all of this and you have no cold calling sales funnel. So make sure you have some other kind of sales funnel in place. I am very partial to cold calling because I like talking to people and trying to help them. I think I like the competition of the calling as well. So that's why I advocate for it here on my channel. But maybe your sales funnel is social media. Maybe your sales funnel is hosting first-time homebuyer webinars for the buy side. Or find out what your sales funnel is and be conscious of it, because the ultimate goal is to drive business in. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you got value out of this video. If so, please leave me a thumbs up down below and consider subscribing to the channel. I'll see you on the next video.